welcome to everybody to the 14th Annual Sedona Forum. It's wonderful to see everybody here, especially the Arizona State University. Okay, can we start the tape over again?
ASU.
This year we're going to have all kinds of surprises, including Rick Davis making a fool of himself once more. Listen, we've got a great lineup for you. This is going to be a very exciting weekend, amazing group of people. And I want to just point out one thing we're very proud of is the bipartisan nature of the Sedona Forum and the McCain Institute. What you'll see on this stage this weekend are Republicans and Democrats, liberals and conservatives, but they all believe in the same thing you just heard John McCain say, which we have much more in common than what divides us. And that's the theme this year. Challenges to American dominance. There's a lot going on around the world where a lot of countries are doing a lot of really good things, and sometimes those policies result in good outcomes, sometimes they don't. We're going to explore all those for you this weekend. So we're starting a little late, so I'm not going to give you my 2-hour speech on the North Korean nuclear build-out, but I'd like to introduce for you the Executive Director of the McCain Institute, my partner and friend, Evelyn Farkas.
Thank you very much, Rick. Thank you to all of you for being here. As Rick said, I'm Evelyn Farkas. I'm the Executive Director of the McCain Institute. And we are really proud to be one of the strongest bipartisan institutes in staffing, in how we do our work every day, and of course here at the Sedona Forum. So thank you all for participating with us. Since we last gathered here in Sedona a year ago, the McCain Institute team has been focused on a single through line: how to take action as Senator McCain would, to defend democracy, advance human rights, and empower character-driven leaders in a world experiencing the rise of authoritarianism and transnational threats. Our Freedom for Political Prisoners initiative has continued to elevate one of the most urgent human rights challenges: state hostage-taking and wrongful detention. We co-hosted the 3rd Annual Hostage and Wrongful Detainee Day with the State Department. Our advocacy aided in the release of 3 political prisoners: Idan Alexander, Maria Kolesnikova, and Jesus Armas. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. We also convened a transatlantic U.S.-UK conference on this issue at the U.S. Capitol, because this is not a challenge any one country can solve. On global democracy, we're demonstrating a commitment to people and democratic futures. We've launched the McCain Global Leaders Ukraine program, focused on preparing Ukrainian leaders for the post-war reconstruction phase of their history. To continue our support for democratic integrity, we deployed a delegation of U.S. and European experts to Armenia to assess its upcoming national elections. We also led a bipartisan delegation of congressional staffers to Ukraine to visit Kyiv, Bucha, Kharkiv, and Dnipro to gain a deeper understanding of what's happening in Ukraine, and this resulted in new House support on sanctions for Russia. And I know Congressman Bacon will be very grateful for that when we hear from him tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you for your leadership. We also convened a conservative task force on the threat posed by Russia with a Senate rollout event keynoted by Senator Mitch McConnell. The McCain Institute's National Security and Counterterrorism Fellowship continues to build the next generation of security leaders across the Five Eyes Intelligence Partnership. With our 6th cohort and an alumni network, we're building a trusted community that can operate across borders in moments of crisis. The same emphasis on leadership carries through our McCain Global Leaders program, and I know we have several of them here, so please take advantage of their presence here to ask them about their countries and their experience. The most recent cohort just completed. Their trip spanned multiple regions from Taiwan to Kenya to Northern Europe, and they capped off, of course, their experience in Vietnam, a place where Senator John McCain's legacy resonates deeply. In the human rights space, our Human Rights and Freedom program released a joint report on an essential cornerstone of democracy: access to reliable information. We convened leaders to examine why Radio Free Asia and Radio Free Europe and Radio Liberty still matter. In partnership with Justice and Care, we brought together leading prosecutors at the Embassy of Liechtenstein to address one of the complex transnational crimes, human trafficking. This is something, of course, that Ambassador Cindy McCain has also worked on tirelessly and actually gave the Institute the impetus to start its work on this. We continued, of course, convening our global consortium on prosecuting human trafficking. This is something the McCain Institute created, and without it, all of these prosecutors around the world wouldn't be able to collaborate. Finally, well, it would be harder. Finally, we issued a report on the state of religious freedom worldwide. Stay tuned. On June 9th, we will launch the report in the Senate with Senators Tillis and Coons hosting. Here at home, our American Democracy team has launched the American Democracy and Technology Fellowship. This year's fellows will focus on issues like AI and election security, working with policymakers and practitioners, not only in Washington, D.C., but across the country. In the wake of sweeping foreign aid cuts, our Human Rights Defenders Program has emerged as the last American organization providing sustaining relief for leaders under threat. And as you can see, all of these steps together, all of this work, represents our commitment at the McCain Institute to John McCain's legacy. For almost 15 years now, the Institute has worked on issues John McCain championed. And we now welcome working with the McCain Library to extend his legacy and our joint mission. Senator McCain understood the importance of American leadership in creating a shared future for humanity. He said, quote, "America's greatest strength has always been its hopeful vision of human progress. This weekend, together, we will continue to advance the values and ideals that make us strong and secure and inspire generations of Arizonans and Americans. We will make John McCain proud."